is incredibly patchy across the whole country. And I think it stems really because there's very, very little statutory funding, and the funding that is available is often very short-lived. And it doesn't seem to be prioritised.
Unfortunately, the only time it sort of raised its head in terms of profile was when an MP broke down in the Commons. It seems sad to think that it's such a dreadful subject with such a low profile.
And of course, I think part of that problem is that we're scared as a society to talk about it. Death is still taboo, and it's almost as if we don't talk about it, then it'll go away, the problem will resolve itself. And I think often we're fearful. We don't want to make things worse, so we don't ask people about it afterwards. We hear stories all the time about families that are almost shunned by family or friends and people that would have given them support previously. And I think that stems from us being frightened of mentioning it. We don't want to make it worse. But I think the most important thing is actually to go up to that person and to just say, I'm really sorry, or even just to say, I don't know what to say.
You were talking a little earlier about the issue for children. How much support is available, if at all, for them?
There are some services. We have some services in different parts of the UK, and there are some other bereavement organisations supporting children. But of course, the issues for children are very different from the issues for adults. Children tend to dip in and out of their grief more easily. We say that they puddle jump in and out of their grief, whereas as adults we tend to be more consumed by our grief. It's more like being part of getting caught in a river and getting caught up in it.
What sort of changes would you like to see so that it isn't a postcode lottery, that wherever you live, whether it's Wigan or Fazakerley or Ashton-under-Lyne, you get the same quality of service?
I'd like to see some statutory funding for organisations such as ourselves at Child Bereavement UK, because I think it's so important that families have the support that they need. We know the implications in the longer term for families that are not supported at a time of bereavement. So it has a huge impact on a vast number of different areas of people's lives. So I think it's really important that it would be wonderful if everybody in the UK could have access to quality professional bereavement support after they've been bereaved.